Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to share an empowering message about the powerful signs that guide us on our path. Life has a way of leading us through challenges, triumphs, and decisions, and sometimes we find ourselves questioning, am I on the right track? Well, rest assured, there are guiding forces around us, and when we begin to pay attention, we notice these signs that help us move forward. There are moments in life when everything just feels right. There are moments in life when everything just feels right. The world may be chaotic, the future uncertain, and yet within you there is a quiet calmness. This profound sense of tranquility is not a mere coincidence. It's a sign that you're being guided in the right direction. When you experience inner peace, it's as though the noise of the world fades into the background and you're left with a clarity that transcends any external circumstance. The feeling of inner peace often arises in the midst of decisions or moments of uncertainty. It's not that the challenges disappear, rather, you gain the clarity to face them with calm and assurance. In times of doubt, when you are unsure of what path to take or how to approach a situation, you might feel a sudden sense of comfort, an intuitive understanding that everything will unfold as it should. This isn't about avoiding obstacles or challenges. It's about knowing with deep certainty that you will navigate them with grace and wisdom. This peace doesn't come from external sources, nor is it dependent on your circumstances. It's an internal state, something that resides within you regardless of the storm you may be facing outside. When you feel that stillness in your heart, it's a reminder that you are aligned with your purpose. You might not have all the answers or see the full picture yet, but there is an unwavering sense of assurance that whatever happens, you are on the right track. You may not have full control over the events unfolding, but you have control over your response to them, and that brings a sense of peace that is deeply empowering. At times, life can feel overwhelming, whether it's the demands of work, personal struggles, or the weight of decisions that feel too heavy to bear. During such moments, the mind often races, creating a sense of confusion and fear. Yet, in the midst of this, there are moments when the inner noise quiets, and you feel a profound sense of calm. It's in these moments that you are closest to the guidance that is leading you. It's as if your intuition takes over, helping you see things clearly, even when your conscious mind is filled with doubt. This peace also manifests when you begin to trust yourself more fully, trusting that even though you might not have the full map of where you're going, your heart will guide you in the right direction. It's about having the courage to let go of the need to control every outcome, to surrender to the flow of life, and to trust that you are being led towards something greater. This peace serves as a constant reminder that there is wisdom in surrender and in trusting the process of your journey. True inner peace brings with it a sense of balance. It allows you to feel grounded, even when everything around you seems to be in flux. When you experience this kind of peace, you stop chasing after external validation or striving to meet others' expectations. You are content in your own skin, confident that the path you are on is the one that's meant for you, regardless of what others may think or say. There is a release of tension that occurs when you trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Ultimately, inner peace is not a destination, it's a state of being. It's a deep knowing that, despite the chaos and challenges of life, everything is unfolding as it should. When you experience this peace, you are in harmony with your true self, your purpose, and the unseen forces guiding you. The more you embrace this peace, the more you will feel the guidance that has always been there, leading you to where you need to go. Have you ever had one of those moments when everything seems to align perfectly, almost as if the universe is working in your favor? You may be thinking about someone, and then they unexpectedly reach out to you, or you have a need for something, and out of nowhere, an opportunity arises to fulfill that exact need. These moments of synchronicity, where events, people, and opportunities seem to fall into place effortlessly, can often be surprising, yet they are far from being coincidental. In fact, unexplained synchronicities are some of the clearest signs that you are being guided towards something greater. Synchronicity is not about luck. It's a meaningful coincidence that often points to the presence of a higher force at work. These occurrences are not just random events. They feel intentional, as though something is subtly orchestrating them. You might be struggling with a decision, for example, and right when you are at your most uncertain, a conversation with a stranger, a book you pick up, or even a chance encounter offers you the very insight you needed. These are moments where the universe, or whatever higher force you believe in, seems to be sending you a sign that you are not alone in your journey. One of the most profound aspects of synchronicity is the way it transcends the ordinary. You may be walking down the street, lost in thought, when suddenly a billboard, a song on the radio, or the words of a passerby resonate with you so deeply that you are left speechless. The message feels tailor-made for you in that moment, as though the universe has conspired to get your attention. These experiences can leave you with a sense of awe, reminding you that there is more at play in your life than meets the eye. What makes these synchronistic moments so special is that they often happen when you least expect them. You're not actively seeking a sign, nor are you trying to force something to happen. Instead, they occur naturally when you are in alignment with your true path. It's as if the universe knows the right time to send you these signals, guiding you toward the right decision or the right place at the right moment. These unexpected alignments reassure you that even when you feel lost or uncertain, there is a larger plan unfolding behind the scenes, nudging you along. Another fascinating element of synchronicity is that it often occurs when you are truly ready for it. In other words, the timing of these events is rarely random. They seem to happen when you've reached a level of awareness or readiness to receive them. You might have been working on personal growth or reflecting deeply on your life, and then out of nowhere, an event or person appears that provides the exact answer you need. These moments serve as gentle reminders that your actions, thoughts, and intentions are not isolated. They are part of a much larger process, one that is bringing everything together for your highest good. Some people describe synchronicities as divine interventions or spiritual nudges. While they may appear to be random events on the surface, they carry a much deeper significance. They guide you toward paths you might not have considered, introduce you to people who will play key roles in your life, or even direct you toward opportunities that align with your true purpose. These coincidences may not always make sense in the moment, but over time, you may come to realize that each event, each encounter, was part of a larger, beautifully intricate design. In essence, unexplained synchronicities are signs that you are in tune with the flow of life. They remind you that everything is connected, and that sometimes the pieces of your life come together in ways you never expected. These moments offer reassurance, encouragement, and sometimes even a little magic, reminding you that you are being gently guided to where you need to be. The more you pay attention to these moments, the more you'll begin to notice just how much support and guidance surrounds you, offering a sense of comfort and certainty in your journey. There are moments in life when we find ourselves at a crossroads, unsure of which direction to take or feeling stuck in the challenges that seem to weigh us down. In these times, it can feel like the world around us is closing in, and we may struggle to see beyond the immediate difficulties. Yet, in some of the most unexpected ways, a shift in perspective can occur, sometimes slowly, other times abruptly, that changes everything. This change in how we see the world, ourselves, and our circumstances is one of the most powerful signs that we are being guided on our journey. A shift in perspective is not about simply changing our viewpoint on a situation. It's about seeing things from a deeper, more expansive place. It's as though a veil is lifted and what once seemed overwhelming or impossible suddenly feels more manageable, even empowering. You might find that a problem you once felt trapped by now appears solvable, or that a person who you felt was an obstacle now seems like a teacher, showing you a lesson that was hidden beneath your initial frustration. This shift comes not from external circumstances changing, but from an internal transformation in how you interpret and respond to them. For example, think of a time when you've faced a challenge, perhaps a difficult relationship or a professional setback. Initially, you might have felt resentful, angry, or helpless, focusing on the difficulty of the situation. However, as time passes, something within you begins to shift. You start to realize that this challenge isn't just an obstacle, but rather an opportunity for growth. You might see that you are being pushed to develop new skills, to communicate more effectively, or to build greater resilience. What once seemed like a burden is now viewed as a stepping stone, and suddenly your whole approach to the situation changes. You feel empowered, not defeated. This is the transformative power of perspective. What's truly remarkable about these shifts is that they often come when we least expect them, and sometimes they arise after we've allowed ourselves to step back and let go of the need to control everything. It's as though in those moments of surrender, our minds open up to new possibilities. We begin to see solutions we had overlooked. Patterns that once seemed random now appear meaningful, and the connections between past experiences and present circumstances become clear. This shift doesn't require us to force change. It simply requires us to be open to the idea that there might be another way to view the situation, one that brings us peace or even excitement for what lies ahead. This change in perception also allows us to embrace a broader sense of purpose. When we view our lives from a limited, narrow lens, we often focus solely on our immediate needs, wants, and struggles. But when our perspective shifts, we begin to see that everything in our lives is interconnected. We realize that each event, each person, and each challenge has a place in the greater story of who we are becoming. This shift gives us the clarity to understand that our struggles are not random. They are part of a larger process that is helping us evolve into our highest selves. Moreover, when we experience a shift in perspective, we tend to develop more empathy and understanding for others. Where we once saw a person's actions as irritating or hurtful, we may begin to understand that they too are on their own journey and may be acting from a place of fear, pain, or uncertainty. This newfound empathy often leads to deeper connections and greater peace within ourselves. We no longer feel the need to judge or resist others, but instead we can see them as part of the same human experience we are all navigating. A shift in perspective also invites us to reconsider our limitations. We may have once believed that certain dreams or aspirations were out of reach, but after this transformation in how we see ourselves and our possibilities, we begin to recognize that we are capable of much more than we initially believed. Fear, doubt, and uncertainty start to lose their power over us, and we step into our true potential with renewed confidence and courage. It's a liberating feeling, as if we have been set free from the constraints of our own minds. In essence, a shift in perspective is a sign that we are being guided toward a deeper understanding of our own lives and the world around us. It's a reminder that we are not simply passive observers of our circumstances, but active participants in shaping our reality. When we open ourselves to the possibility of seeing things differently, we allow ourselves to tap into a well of wisdom that was always available to us. With this newfound clarity, we can navigate life with greater ease, more compassion, and a deeper sense of purpose. A shift in perspective isn't just a change of mind. It's a transformation of the heart and spirit, leading us toward a life of greater fulfillment and meaning. There are moments in life when we feel an intense yearning deep within us, a longing for something more, a desire to evolve beyond our current self. It's not just about achieving external success or acquiring material things, but an internal drive to grow, to improve, and to reach a higher level of personal development. This deep desire for growth is a powerful sign that you are being guided, nudging you toward becoming the best version of yourself. It's a call to step outside your comfort zone, to stretch beyond your limits, and to embrace the transformative journey of self-discovery. This desire for growth often emerges during times of reflection or self-awareness. Perhaps you've reached a point in your life where you can no longer ignore the quiet voice within that calls you to evolve. It's a feeling that grows stronger as you begin to realize that you are capable of so much more than you've been allowing yourself to believe. This yearning for growth isn't necessarily about a specific goal, like landing a particular job or buying a house. It's about your internal expansion. It's the understanding that you are meant for more than just surviving. You are meant to thrive, to become a fuller, richer version of who you truly are. This drive often comes in the form of dissatisfaction with where you currently are. You may feel like something is missing in your life, or that there is an untapped potential waiting to be unlocked. This feeling isn't always comfortable. It can lead to frustration, confusion, or even a sense of restlessness. However, this discomfort is a key part of the process of growth. It signals that your current state is no longer serving you, and it pushes you to seek something better, something more aligned with your true self. It's the feeling of being called to rise, to move forward, and to challenge yourself in ways you haven't before. The desire for growth can also manifest in an insatiable curiosity and a thirst for knowledge. You may find yourself seeking out new experiences, reading books, taking courses, or engaging in conversations that broaden your mind and help you understand the world and yourself on a deeper level. This intellectual and emotional hunger signals that you are ready to expand, to take on new perspectives, and to apply what you learn to your own life. This kind of growth isn't just about acquiring new skills. It's about a fundamental shift in how you see the world and how you approach life's challenges. This inner drive can also inspire a deep need for healing. Many times before we can grow, we must first confront and heal the wounds from our past. It could be past trauma, old patterns of thinking, or limiting beliefs that no longer serve us. This desire for healing isn't just about fixing what's broken. It's about transforming the pain into wisdom, strength, and resilience. When you feel a deep desire to grow, it often means you're ready to face the parts of yourself that you may have been avoiding or suppressing. It's a powerful sign that you are ready to let go of old narratives and step into a new chapter of your life. Growth also calls for a willingness to embrace discomfort. Stepping into the unknown, trying new things, and pushing past your boundaries often brings up fear and uncertainty. But this is where true transformation occurs. The moments that challenge you the most, the ones that take you out of your comfort zone, are often the ones that yield the greatest rewards. As you take risks and overcome your fears, You discover strengths within yourself that you didn't know existed. You become more resilient, more confident, and more in touch with your own potential. A deep desire for growth also comes with a desire for authenticity. As you evolve, you begin to understand that growth isn't about fitting into society's mold or meeting others' expectations. It's about being true to yourself. You begin to question what truly matters to you, what aligns with your core values, and what brings you joy and fulfillment. This shift in perspective can lead to a more meaningful life, one that is rooted in your own passions, purpose, and vision. This internal drive toward growth doesn't always follow a linear path. There will be times when you feel like you're moving forward, and other times when you feel like you've hit a plateau. But even in the quieter moments, growth is still happening. The key is to trust the process and know that the desire for growth will continue to guide you, pushing you to become more than you were yesterday. Life is full of obstacles. Challenges arise in countless forms, whether they are personal, professional, emotional, or physical. And they often test our strength and resolve. In these moments, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed, as if the weight of the world is too much to bear. But there is something within us, a resilience that rises in response to adversity, helping us to overcome the most difficult of times. Resilience is not just about bouncing back. It's about growing stronger through the challenges, learning from them, and finding a way forward even when it seems impossible. When we talk about overcoming obstacles with resilience, we are referring to an inner strength that allows us to keep moving forward despite setbacks and hardships. Resilience is the ability to adapt, to face difficulties head-on, and to keep pushing forward without losing sight of our purpose. It's the quality that helps us endure hardships and come out the other side more capable, more aware, and more determined than before. One of the key aspects of resilience is the ability to accept adversity as part of the journey. Rather than seeing obstacles as barriers, resilient individuals learn to see them as opportunities for growth. They understand that challenges are an inevitable part of life and that they are often the moments when we learn the most about ourselves. Instead of focusing on how difficult the situation is, they shift their focus to how they can learn from it, how they can become better, stronger, or more compassionate as a result. This shift in mindset is one of the most powerful components of resilience. It turns adversity into a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Resilience also involves a deep sense of perseverance. When faced with difficulty, resilient people don't give up easily. They dig deep, tap into their inner strength, and keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. It's not about having an absence of fear or doubt. Rather, it's about choosing to act despite those feelings. Resilience is what allows someone to face a setback, whether it's a failure, a loss, or a mistake, and choose to keep going, even when it feels like there's no immediate solution. It's about trusting in your ability to overcome, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Another important characteristic of resilience is adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan, and things often don't turn out the way we expect. Resilience allows us to adjust our expectations and find new solutions when the old ones no longer work. Rather than getting stuck in disappointment or frustration, resilient individuals are able to pivot, recalibrate, and adapt their approach. They may find themselves in situations they never anticipated, but instead of being defeated by those circumstances, they rise to the occasion, learning new ways to deal with the obstacles in their path. Resilience also involves a deep sense of hope and optimism. It's the belief that no matter how difficult the obstacle, better days lie ahead. Resilient people tend to focus on the positive, even when things feel grim. They maintain a sense of hope that there is always a way forward, that challenges are temporary, and that they are capable of overcoming whatever comes their way. This optimism does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that everything is easy. It's about having the belief that no matter how hard things get, you have the power within you to navigate through it and eventually emerge stronger on the other side. Additionally, overcoming obstacles with resilience often involves seeking support from others. No one is meant to go through life's challenges alone. Resilience is not about enduring in isolation. It's about knowing when to ask for help, whether it's from friends, family, mentors, or even professionals. In fact, leaning on others for support is often one of the key factors in building resilience. Being able to share your struggles and get advice, encouragement, or even just a listening ear can provide the strength needed to keep going. Resilient individuals are not afraid to seek help when needed, and they understand that support is an important part of their healing and growth. Furthermore, resilience allows us to maintain a sense of perspective. When faced with difficulties, it's easy to get overwhelmed and see the obstacle as insurmountable. But resilient people are able to zoom out and see the bigger picture. They understand that one setback does not define their entire journey, and that this moment of struggle is just one chapter in a much larger story. This ability to keep things in perspective allows them to remain calm, focused, and clear-headed, even in the face of adversity. Finally, the resilience to overcome obstacles also comes from a sense of purpose and meaning. When we are connected to something greater than ourselves, whether it's a personal mission, a passion, or a belief system, it gives us the strength to keep going when things get tough. Purpose acts as an anchor, something that holds us steady when everything else seems to be falling apart. Resilient individuals tap into this sense of purpose and let it guide them through difficult times, knowing that their journey has meaning and that their struggles are leading them towards something worthwhile. At the core of a fulfilling life is a deep sense of purpose. A feeling that your existence is meaningful, that your actions matter, and that you are contributing to something larger than yourself. When you experience a sense of purpose, it infuses everything you do with intention, motivation, and clarity. It's the guiding force that drives you forward, even in the face of adversity, and it gives you the energy and passion to pursue your goals with determination. Feeling a sense of purpose isn't just about achieving external success or accumulating accolades. It's about aligning your actions with your deepest values and understanding your role in the greater tapestry of life. When you feel a sense of purpose, every challenge you face takes on new meaning. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable now feel like opportunities to grow and learn. This purpose acts as a compass, guiding you when you're unsure of where to go or how to navigate through difficult times. It's like having a clear vision of the horizon. No matter how stormy the sea, you know the direction you're headed, and that provides you with the strength to weather the storms. This feeling of purpose often emerges when we begin to ask ourselves deep existential questions. Questions like, why am I here? And what am I meant to contribute? It can be sparked by moments of introspection, personal reflection, or even a life-changing event that shifts our perspective. For some, this sense of purpose emerges from their career or creative passions, while for others, it may arise from relationships, spiritual beliefs, or the desire to make a difference in the world. Regardless of the form it takes, a sense of purpose is unique to each individual, and it's rooted in what resonates most deeply with your heart. One of the most beautiful aspects of having a sense of purpose is that it transcends the need for external validation. When you are connected to your purpose, the approval or disapproval of others becomes secondary. You no longer rely on the praise or recognition of the world around you to feel fulfilled. Instead, you find fulfillment in the process itself, knowing that you are doing what you are meant to do, regardless of the outcome. This inner sense of satisfaction and alignment allows you to find peace and contentment, even when external circumstances may not reflect your desires or expectations. When your life is infused with purpose, it provides a sense of direction and focus. You are clear on what matters most to you, and this clarity makes it easier to make decisions, set priorities, and take action. In times of uncertainty or doubt, your purpose acts as an anchor, helping you stay grounded and centered. It allows you to move through life with greater ease and confidence as you know where you're headed and why you're on the journey. Purpose brings a sense of coherence to the scattered moments of life, tying them together into a narrative that makes sense. Moreover, feeling a sense of purpose also helps to cultivate resilience. Life will always throw challenges your way, but when you have a sense of why you are doing what you are doing, those challenges are easier to face. Whether it's personal struggles, professional setbacks, or difficult relationships, knowing your purpose gives you the strength to push through because you understand that each challenge is part of a larger story, your story. You're not just enduring hardship, you're navigating it because it aligns with your mission, your greater vision for your life. This deeper connection to purpose keeps you motivated, even in the toughest of times. A sense of purpose also deepens our connection to others. When we live with purpose, our actions tend to be more intentional and compassionate. We want to contribute to the well-being of others, whether it's through our work, our relationships, or our community involvement. This drive to make a positive impact can lead to stronger, more meaningful connections with people who share similar values and goals. It's through these connections that we find support, encouragement, and collaboration, creating a sense of belonging and fulfillment that enhances our sense of purpose. Another way purpose enhances our lives is by giving us a deeper understanding of ourselves. When we are clear on our purpose, we become more aware of our strengths, values, and passions. We stop questioning our worth because we recognize that we have a unique role to play in the world. This understanding allows us to be more authentic and confident in our actions, as we know that what we are doing is aligned with who we are at our core. It's a powerful feeling, knowing that you are living in a way that reflects your true self and contributing to the world in a way that only you can. The pursuit of purpose also invites growth. When you are committed to something greater than yourself, you are constantly challenged to learn, evolve, and expand. This growth is often uncomfortable, pushing you to step outside your comfort zone and confront your fears, doubts, and limitations. However, this is precisely where personal transformation happens. The pursuit of a meaningful life forces you to develop new skills, change your mindset, and become a more capable and confident individual. As you overcome obstacles and rise to meet the challenges that come with your purpose, you grow into a stronger, wiser, and more empowered version of yourself. As we come to the end of our discussion today, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've explored together. Life is filled with twists and turns, challenges and triumphs, and sometimes it feels as though we're walking a path unsure of where it leads. Yet, there are signs along the way, moments when we feel that invisible hand guiding us forward, signs that remind us of the power within us to rise above adversity, to grow, and to create a life of purpose and meaning. When we feel that deep sense of peace within ourselves, when we begin to notice those synchronistic moments, when our perspective shifts and we see things differently, or when we experience an inner drive for growth, we know that we are not walking this path alone. These signs remind us that there is more at play in our lives than we often realize, that we are being guided towards something greater, something deeper. Through the ups and downs, it's our resilience that carries us forward. Every obstacle becomes a lesson, every challenge a stepping stone toward our evolution. And when we embrace that powerful sense of purpose, everything falls into place. We discover that the struggles are not the end of the story, but the very things that shape us into the individuals we are meant to become. So, as you move forward from here, remember this: you are guided, you are growing, and you have a purpose. Trust that every step you take, every decision you make, and every challenge you face is part of the bigger picture, leading you to the life you are destined to live. Stay true to your journey, embrace the signs, and know that the best is yet to come. Thank you.